if you feel that you limit yourself in life because you're concerned about other people's opinions, you're certainly not alone. You're certainly not alone. Now, we're going to learn why it's actually really important that you care, that you recognize other people's opinions and why you've taken this on. But it's true that the fear of other people's judgments can be one of the greatest roadblocks to us living life to the fullest. So how do we let go of fear of what other people think? And how do we actually step into our power? Like, how do we actually do this now? All right. So let's look at what's actually happening. So as a child, we came onto this planet with two primary needs: the need to find connection and avoid rejection. These are more emotional needs. Obviously, we need food. They're the physical needs, but the emotional needs: find connection, avoid rejection. Two needs we have. And in order to meet those needs, we became someone. We're a blank slate. We became someone. And we became someone in order to survive. And your brain is amazing at pattern recognition. So you survived, and it's like, okay, that works. That does the job. I survived. I didn't die. Good enough. I'm going to keep doing that. All right. Now, while it's necessary to survive, as I said, it presents a challenge as well, and a potential problem for people, because beyond the need to survive, we've also got the need to be unique. And it's important that we realize that our uniqueness is vital. And when I say vital, I mean that word very deliberately. So the things that make us different are so important. We're meant to be different. We're meant to stand out. We're here to do something that's never been done before. We're here to add something on top of what's been done. I really believe each of us are on this planet because there was a missing piece of the puzzle. There was a missing piece of the puzzle. Life knew that there was more. There was more for our family line, for the world in general. And so that's why our lives are here. And that's beautiful to really rest into that. We're here because we're the missing piece of the puzzle. We're here to add something on top of what's been done up until now. We're here to stand on the shoulders of giants in our own way. And that doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be the smallest thing. For some of us, that means being a better parent than there's ever been in our family line. For some of us, it means breaking those generational financial barriers that our ancestors have had. It's different for all of us, but it's important we know what that is and allow ourselves to do that. Now, we're not going to do that, though, if we're getting really affected by other people's opinions. So we're here to add something. And it does look different for all of us. Now, the highest function of the human mind, of the brain, is to be able to sit down and project your mind forward. This is one of the highest functions. And to plan and strategize and come up with visions for the future. And this is the prefrontal cortex allows us to do that. And I always ask people, why would you have been given this incredible ability if you weren't meant to use it? And what I've seen, hands down, as a pattern in all of the people I support, the people who are not using the higher functions of their brain tend to suffer. Because if you're not using the higher function of your brain, what are you doing? You're in the back of the brain, which is more the ancient brain, which is a little more reactive, a little more primitive. So we get to move into the creation side, and we get to do this through connecting with what's true, what's the dream on our hearts. We start there. We start there. Now, why would you bother overcoming, like navigating other people's opinions of you if you didn't have a reason to do that? One thing when I work with my clients is I always say, what's your next mountaintop? What's the mountaintop? How do you know what to pack if you don't know what mountain you're climbing? So choose your mountain. Choose a new mountain that you're going to climb. And then from there, we get to say, all right, so this is the mountain. Oh, that's a pretty high mountain. You're going to need a bit of oxygen in your pack. You're going to need a few ropes. And how do we know what to put down if you don't know what mountain you're climbing? So choose your mountain. Give yourself permission to do that. Start there. And make sure it's true to you. Make sure it's expansive and you're coming from a place of possibility when you choose this. And that's really important, because if it's not true to you, then you're most likely just falling back into the patterns of pleasing other people. Remember, as a kid, you needed to do that. But as an adult, you don't. All right? So choose your mountaintop. That's first of all. Where are you going? Why is it important for you to learn how to navigate the opinions of other people? And some people would just say, well, it would just make my life easier. That's not good enough. That's not exciting to your brain. Your brain needs the excitement. It needs the reason why. Otherwise, it's not going to do it. It will not sustain. It will actually slip back into the old patterns.